Brothers and sisters of Africa, listen to me with your hearts, not just your ears. The time has come to declare to the world that Africa is no longer crawling, no longer begging, no longer waiting for others to define our destiny. Today we stand as builders of our own future, and the proof is before your eyes. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa. For too long our lands were stripped, our people enslaved, our resources stolen, and our dreams suffocated by colonial chains. They told us we were too weak to build, too poor to dream, too divided to unite. But today I say to them, look again. The sons and daughters of Africa are rising. We are shaping mountains into roads, and we are turning fire into steel. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa. And with every brick, with every beam, we are breaking the curse they wished upon us. These roads are not just stones and coal. They are the footsteps of a free people. These bridges are not just metal and concrete. They are the link between a stolen past and a liberated future. When our farmers carry their harvest across these bridges, when our children walk on these roads to schools built by African hands, the world will see the power of a continent that refuses to kneel. Do you hear me, Africa? No one is coming to save us. No foreign master will build for us the dignity they once destroyed. We build it ourselves. We take the coal from our own soil. We forge the steel with our own hands. We cross our rivers with bridges built by African courage. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa because we have chosen freedom over dependence, action over excuses, dignity over humiliation. They will call us rebels. They will call us radicals. They will say we defy the order of the world. Yes, we defy it, because their order was built on our suffering. They made smooth roads for their loot, not for our people. They built bridges for their armies, not for our children. Now it is our turn. We are rewriting the story. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa. Not for colonizers, not for exploiters, but for Africans, for our villages, our markets, our schools, our future. And let me speak clearly. These projects are not just Burkina Faso's projects. They are Africa's projects. What we start in one land must echo in another. If one nation builds, all nations must rise. If one people stand tall, the entire continent must walk proud. Africa is one body. The cut on one finger is felt by all. The bridge built in one nation must carry the hope of all. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa because we have decided to unite as one voice, one destiny, one revolution. To the youth of Africa, this is your call. Do not wait for permission. Do not ask for approval. The land is yours. The rivers are yours. The future is yours. Take the hammer, take the shovel, take the dream, and make it real. Build with your hands. Build with your minds. Build with your courage. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa because we refuse to accept that Africa's future will be written in foreign capitals. It will be written here, by you, in your sweat, in your sacrifice, in your victory. And to the world, hear this well. Africa is no longer a playground for your empires, no longer a minefield for your greed, no longer a river for your ships to carry away our gold, our oil, our coal, our dignity. Those days are dead. Africa has awakened, and our roads and bridges are the veins of a living continent that refuses to die. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa, and they will carry us not into servitude, but into sovereignty. When future generations look back, they will not see us as victims. They will not see us as slaves. They will see us as the generation that stood up, the generation that fought back, the generation that built with its own hands what centuries of oppression tried to destroy. They will remember that thermal coal roads and bridges were built over rivers in Africa, and they will say this was the beginning of a new era, the birth of a free Africa. My people, this is not just about coal or bridges or rivers. It is about dignity. It is about justice. It is about proving to ourselves that Africa can stand tall without bowing to anyone. Let every nation hear it. Let every leader know it. We are moving forward, and nothing will stop us. Thermal coal roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa, And from this soil, from this fire, from this struggle, a new Africa will rise, strong, sovereign, and unbreakable. Africa, stand up, build, fight, and never kneel again. The first truth is that Africa has been treated for centuries as if it were weak, divided, and incapable of building its own destiny. They chained our hands, stole our resources, and planted in our minds the lie that we could not rise without their mercy. But today, we break that illusion. We show the world that Africa is not a land of hopelessness, but a continent of builders, warriors, and dreamers. When we say thermocol roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa, we declare the end of that old humiliation. These projects prove that we can rise from our suffering and stand tall with pride. These roads and bridges are not ordinary structures. They are symbols of freedom, courage, and dignity. When our children walk across these bridges to school, they are not just crossing a river. They are stepping over centuries of oppression. When farmers travel these roads to carry their harvests to market, they are not just transporting food. They are carrying the hope of their ancestors. Thermocol roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa, and with each one, we prove to the world that our future lies in our own hands. No one will save us except ourselves. Foreign powers once built roads to loot our wealth and bridges to move their armies. They never built for the African people. Now we reclaim that right, building with our own coal, our own steel, and our own hands. We declare that Africa no longer needs permission or approval. Thermocol roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa because Africans have chosen to take responsibility for their destiny without kneeling before any empire. This struggle is not the burden of one nation, but the mission of an entire continent. What Burkina Faso builds must inspire Mali. What Mali builds must inspire Ghana. What Ghana builds must inspire all of Africa. We are one people divided by borders but united by blood, history, and purpose. When thermocol roads and bridges are built over rivers in Africa, they must be understood as projects of continental unity. The architecture of strength, hope, and collective survival. The youth of Africa carry the torch of this revolution. They must not wait for instructions from the old systems or beg for recognition from foreign masters. The coal belongs to them. The rivers belong to them. The future belongs to them. When the young take up the tools of work, when they build with their hands and shape with their vision, they will know that Africa is no longer chained to foreign decisions. Thermocol roads and bridges are being built over rivers in Africa because the youth have awakened to their power and their responsibility. History will remember this generation. We will not be remembered as slaves, victims, or beggars. We will be remembered as the people who stood up, fought back, and built. These roads and bridges are not just physical achievements, but eternal testaments to a continent that refused to die. When future generations look back, they will say, in this time, thermocol roads and bridges were being built over rivers in Africa. And that was the moment the continent began to rise. This is the mark we leave, the victory of a free, proud, and unbreakable Africa.